Reflection is key. Listen to your gut. You ever had something that's just not sat with you right and you still proceeded forward with it anyway? Even though your gut was screaming to you, like you just didn't feel right, you weren't feeling, your 6 inches between your ears just wasn't feeling connected to what was going on in your surroundings or what other people wanted you to believe or what you thought you should believe or what you thought you should do. It can happen in so many different ways in our life. So you have to literally, your gut, in most cases, if you actually sit back and reflect on what you're experiencing in that moment. Again, if it's outside influences of what you're led to believe or what you're perceiving something to be, and your gut's saying something different, you're not feeling right yet, you think you're concrete in your thought process of what you're ingesting or what you're believing between your 6 inches. Sometimes you just need to sit back and reflect. You need to analyze and put some thought process into what it is exactly you're being fed. Again, sometimes it's by choice. You're allowing that to be fed to you by what you're observing or listening to, or it's literally told to you bluntly, forcefully to your face, and there's an expectation that you should believe or trust what you're hearing. Sometimes, though, it's not that simple. Sometimes your gut is like a radar, a good radar, telling you that what you're hearing or what you're perceiving, there's something up. Maybe it's not completely wrong. Maybe it's just something isn't right. Maybe there's some tweaking that needs to happen in what you're thinking. Maybe it's a complete about face. Maybe it's a complete 180 in your thought process, and you need to think completely different than what you were initially thinking in regards to a topic or an observation of something or whatever the case may be. So realizing that reflection is important. When something doesn't seem right, listen to your gut. Listen to what your body is telling you, because it is a giant truth detector, a radar detector to protect you. And a lot of times in our lives, we choose to discount what our gut is telling us. We don't reflect on what it is that we're being served up, what we're choosing to believe or choosing to question. We don't reflect on it enough, so that we ensure that we're always making the right choices with what we believe. What we choose to do in our lives is something that our gut will, go off like a giant alarm, and we just choose to ignore it. And then we wonder why we have things or circumstances that happen in our lives that could have been avoided if all we did was sit back and reflect on it. And sometimes reflection can involve dealing with communication to somebody else and talking to somebody else and seeing what it is that they think, because sometimes they can see the forest for the trees where we can't. So reflection can also involve communication and conversation with others, so that they can help you maybe, take out the emotional connection you're feeling and make it more concrete so that you can make a better choice and a better decision. But it all starts with our gut. So reflection can happen internally between our 6 inches, or it can happen sharing it with another individual or group, so that you can help resolve your thought process and understand the path that you need to go. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Hope this makes sense. God bless you all. Peace out, and stay out of trouble and stay safe.